All right, let's call the meeting to order. Of course, in attendance, Alderman French, Mayor Hobbs, and the other three members of the board, including myself, so we do have quorum. Approval of the agenda. Does anyone have any thing to add or any concerns about the agenda in front of us?
No, I'll make a motion to approve agenda. Right here.
All right. You're it. Yeah, I'll second, and we'll both vote yes, and move on to number 4. Approval of minutes of the previous meeting. Any concerns there?
No, I'll make a motion.
Seconded, and move along. No citizens are present, so item number 6, discussion of the new logo for the in-process website redesign.
Mayor Hobbs, can you kind of, and Dale, tell what kind of what happened, so we,
Yeah, I mean, so, we kind of narrowed it down in a smaller group. I think you guys received an email, with the new logos. We changed a couple of the items on there to include a couple things that we thought we might, just instead of being oval and round. The biggest question I had here lately, and I mean, I guess we need to resolve is actually what is the date? There's been some questions, is it 1836, is it 1920 something?
1905, isn't it?
1905, I think, is where we find charter information and those things, so not 100% sure of the history for the date. Now, Dale, you
So-
probably know.
When we were tasked with this, I asked around, did some research on the internet. The Historical Society has an article where Manchester come into existence in 1836 when Coffee County was made as a county and changed the city name from Mitchellsville to Manchester. That's when the city was become a city. The Sage, I believe, found in the charter that the first charter was signed in 1905. So is that, if we use a date, which one do we use, and then, or do we even use a date?
What about, so if Coffee County became a thing in 1836, was Manchester considered the county seat?
Yes, it was named the county seat. They changed the name from Mitchellsville to Manchester in 1836 and made it the county seat.
So being only an amateur historian,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not,
36.
I would do 36 since there's,
I would too, and also there could be a reason that we chartered again, like, so for example, we have a private act charter, like that might have been the first time that we were able to do private act, or we might have changed to a private act from a established code charter, so there could be a couple of reasons that we rechartered in '05.
So that was the biggest question, right? I mean, if we're gonna redo the logo, let's make sure that we're happy with the date we're putting on it, if we're gonna put a date. And then it becomes, you know, did everybody like the designs? Did they like any colors? Do they do?
yeah, I have the ones that I run.
Okay.
I mean, I have my opinions of which ones I like, which ones I don't. That was the last get up, and that was the first.
So these are kind of what we're talking about.
So the one on the right, that's the last one, last setup that we did, just changing it. Those got us to the ones in front of Ryan are the ones that we started with, and we sort of transitioned over there.
The bottom is with the latest changes with the state of Tennessee in the middle. Yeah, so like, yeah.
And then it becomes the next part of the question, right, is if we don't like any of them and we want to keep the same one we have until we figure something out. My big thing is I want to move forward with the website.
Can I make a recommendation?
Sure.
Just left field. So I, like, here's the thing, if we take this all around and we just, like, we
Yes,
math.
agreed.
So, what I would like to do, so I utilize a company, it's owned by, well, it's a renowned thing. It's called 99 Designs. And what you do, so we've got an amazing start here. What you do is you lay out like kind of a platform and you say, hey, this is what we're looking for. We're a city. This is what we're known for. Here's some of the kind of characteristics of our town. And here's some logos that we like. And you give them to them. And then what they do is they open up a contest. Now, it could cost, $1,800 to do it. Maybe more if you want to. But what you do is you put all these out in front of them. If you don't pick anything, you don't pay. But if you put them out in front of them, all these different artists in this community get an opportunity to make a logo. You usually, for that package, that like $1,200 to $1,800 package, you usually get about 100 logos back. And then you can say, okay, I like these 5, and we want these changes. Like, I'd like to see it with this, or take this away, or add this. I mean, you can get in that process. I wouldn't recommend that starting from scratch unless you had a direction, and this is great. Like, I was be honest, like, this is my favorite because.
I like the one right below that.
Yeah, I like that one too. And this is my favorite, and I like it, the state being the secondary. But what I would also think, my recommendation is if we went to this, I'll help facilitate if you guys, I'll put you in line with the way to do it, but it also comes with a branding kit when you're done. So they give you all your logos, your licensings for your logos, they give you all your fonts, your licensings for your fonts. So you get all of that, as part of it. If that's something you guys would wanna entertain, I don't know, it's called 99 Designs, it's just I'm trying to think, I wanna say Vistaprint owns it or something like that, so it's like a national company bought it out. It used to be just a little thing, but we'll do it sometimes just for inspiration, like, we wanna see 100 logos of a town. We just did it, I'll give you a really good example. And this is a really busy logo for a brand, right, for a town. But this is I would point out, this is their primary logo. It's Visit Centerville. But it's a visit, it's a tourism page. But this is their secondary logo. And now their town's trying to adopt their secondary logo as their logo, which we're like, no,
You got it.
yeah, that's gonna keep my life. But like I said, we had 100+ logos to choose from. We got together and just narrowed it down, and you do have to have somebody kind of in charge of it to communicate to the artist, like, hey, we like this, here's the tweaks, but, and then again, at some point, like, they'll say, hey, if you guarantee this, you'll get more artists. You don't have to do that. You can just take the initial artist, and if you don't like any of them, you don't gotta end up paying nothing. You just say, no, walk away. But we can still sit here and look at them if you wanna do that. But I'm also, like I said, I could pick from these two, I like that.
I like that one also. We're halfway home
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. I like the addition of gold into the logo. I thought that was a really good idea.
Why gold?
I don't know, just.
The one, so Todd, from STEM class, he's been helping me pretty much doing it. We've been talking, and, the gold, his idea was like, if you do gold, if you put it on a glass window, you can put gold flake for something like that, and it pops. I mean, I don't really have a reason other than I think it looks good.
Yeah.
But tying the colors is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of blue, that's the state color, blue. And then, we also, our Westwood, trying to stay tying to Westwood,
Well, yeah, everything is red, white, and blue. I thought gold was an interesting choice too.
But that's, I mean, he said, let's try that in gold, because if you put it on a window, front entrance, gold like that, city of in gold, and it would look good, and I don't disagree.
What are the difference in the ones that we like?
So I centered up the lines instead of in.
Oh, bottom versus top. No, I actually do like the centered up. I like.
That's why I like the one below that just a little
Yeah,
bit better.
I like
but-
it better. I like gold, but you hit like on a window or,
But I mean, I've had a hand in all of them, so I really don't like giving my opinion, because I do like all of them. So, it's,
It's like your favorite kid, huh?
yeah, I mean, it's like, I'm fine with whatever one you pick. I mean, there's some of them I do not like, I'm just throwing it out there for options, but, there's more than half of them I probably really do like.
well, then, even then, like, you could even, you know, that, I would also recommend, no matter where, if we land in on one of these, I would recommend that you go on and have someone design a brand kit for it, so you.
Yeah, I
that-
mean, because we wouldn't have any licensing or anything right now,
Yeah.
just because we just trying to get an idea is really what we're aiming at.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, buddy, with AI, the lawsuits that are coming for license infringement is just, it's too easy. They say, this is my font, they put it in there, go find it, and they tell you to go find it.
Which I think those are just basic,
Yeah, you're probably not gonna get into any kind of license. I mean, you
Basic
can't with
fonts.
Times New Roman and stuff.
Yeah.
But just in case, it's always one of
How
those.
long, do you know the time frame by chance?
If you do the whole contest, you you lay out yourself, like you can say, you can have it all done in a month. If you guys wanna do text messaging and whatever, you know. We typically do like a 90-day window, but that's just because I got 13 counties, then I gotta set up meeting number 1, meeting number 2, meeting number 3, right? But yeah, you can do it quick. So, and like I said, we even do it when we design the logo. We did one for, Wayne County, it's called Natchez Valley. We did that design in-house, but we still did this, so they had their choice of, like, well, actually, I say that we did their logo, but the color palette actually came from the contest, but we adopted it on something that we designed.
So how's this gonna work? I mean, and I guess before we get too far into spending that kind of money on contests and stuff, do we need to go with one as a, you know, we might tweak it a little and then get board approval so that we can do it, or, I mean, I hate to spend that kind of money.
Yeah, and
the
that
board
changes.
just say no,
Yeah.
right? So that scares me just a little, to be honest with you. Cause I assume the board would need to vote on that, would they not?
Yeah, I would think that would be a
That
good
the
precedent
right
to
way
set,
do it,
yeah.
Even if it's not in stone somewhere. But
Actually, you know what, I think it may actually be in stone now, because I think that was part of a change, because when we did a tourism logo, some people on the board freaked out and didn't want the city logo to be like that, but, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in.
So do we wanna present something in March as a concept for discussion, and then if we get something kinda set to where we think we're happy, we'll go the route of getting it all approved so that we own it all, and is that
Yeah.
kind of our next step? I mean, seems that, the two that everybody's talking about is what we should probably start with offering and go from there.
That's what I think.
So, Mark,
I just thought y'all were talking about two, but.
I think we're all
They're
agreeing on that
they're
one.
the same one, just a
Oh, okay.
little minor change in them.
Did
is
you-
what-
Let's go with the one.
And even, and like I said, even if you don't do the contest on the back end of that, I would definitely recommend, whenever we're all said and done, even if the board's voted, to get that pushed in front of somebody to make a branding kit.
Yeah, no.
Secondary logo, things like that.
I think that's extremely good advice, so that we own it, right?
And you may wanna push it even before you start printing stuff, just so you can get up on it, that you know you own versus, just in
So-
case.
Do we want, I can go to him and pull this one out and make it its own file and give it to
Yeah.
Teeny or whoever to push it to
Sage,
board?
yeah.
Yeah, get it to us, and we'll put it in the packet for discussion in March, so that, like I said, we need to get everybody on board, and if half of them don't like it, then we're back to the drawing board, but if we get the consensus that they like it, then I think that we go to the next step, like Brian said, and own it, own the font, and get a way to roll it out correctly.
Do we need to vote on it?
I guess we do need to vote. Are we sending that circled logo to BOMA?
Yeah, I'll make a motion, do that.
So I'll second the motion.
Aye.
Aye.
Favor.
Good work.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
really
good
all right.
job. All right, item number 7, support technician position update.
Got 3 interviews tomorrow, 1 on Wednesday.
Okay.
We had probably 30,
55.
55 applicants.
55.
So Tenny has whittled them down. I put in a couple 2 cents and we're interviewing some and hopefully, we have something better to report, but it's moving pretty good.
Is for the interview field, or are there a few more than that?
Oh, we're just starting there. She's called
Okay.
several, they just haven't called back.
So just bigger field? Okay, good, good. All right,
Should've like secretly made that the wastewater one too, so, no, I'm just kidding. I'm good there, but I didn't have that many applicants for that one.
That's what you're saying.
We didn't have 55 applicants for the wastewater one, that's what I'm saying. Wouldn't that be great if we had 55 applicants for everything?
Oh, I mean, there was one position in the water collections, we had 120-something applicants.
Gee whiz.
Believe it or not, I mean, the amount of traction the city is getting for applicants, everything we've put out here lately, we're getting a good pool of people to have a conversation.
where are we posting jobs?
I believe she's posting it,
Indeed. I think Indeed comes straight
yeah,
from.
Indeed,
Indeed.
and then Paycom posts it somewhere for us, and.
We're getting
Good.
people from Ohio and different
Yeah.
countries even, I'll tell you that.
Good.
And that's something else, and that probably should be in this area here. We're talking about, we probably should make a city LinkedIn page for another avenue to get applicants
Mhm.
at some point, not tonight, but I'm just saying at some point, I think that's something we probably should consider as well.
All right, well, that leads us to item number 8, discussion of upcoming projects. Ms. Tenny?
Yeah, you had asked me if I would give you, so we're obviously working on where we're going with the logo and the web, plus I've got the server in, so we've got to set up new terminal server, so that's gonna take a little bit of time. And then if codes, depends on if they decide to move, then we got our slate full.
Okay. Do we have any hardware, any mechanical issues we need to be in front of? Everything working the way it should?
I don't know, I mean, server is a big piece of hardware. That's
Just in general, though, anything,
not at this moment. We've got to meet with Ben Lowen Thursday and see where we're going with that on if adding another building or something to our big domain.
okay?
We got a lot going on, so it'll be nice to welcome someone on board to help with some, as Mayor Hobbs and I discussed, just to help with some of the day-to-day stuff. That you just can't,
Let you spend some time on
well,
big
you
picture
can't
stuff.
get, it's hard.
Well, I would say a big portion of her time is blocking and tackling, just the day-to-day things, and that will be great to relieve so that she can get into the bigger projects and things that, I'm sure probably take a little back seat because she has to do the blocking and tackling on the
Yeah.
day-to-day, so that'll be good for Tim.
Yeah.
All right, item number 9, other comments, anything else to bring to the table?
We did have the one live streaming issue in January. We got that rectified. February went off without a hitch. It seems that the voting software and everything is working as we like.
I would say Alderman Messick's was delayed during the meeting, like it was about a 5-second delay.
Alderman Anderson had a similar issue.
So we'll try to look into that a little and see what's causing some of those blips.
It's wireless, first of all, so,
The amount of traffic.
yeah, so
So we'll take
we
it.
can
I
let you.
don't think it was massive issues.
It
just-
wasn't, but they certainly couldn't do a second or a motion or a second.
Because of the way it works is they're all wireless, and they all have to come back to Sage, they all point back to Sage's laptop with that software that she has on there for it, and then it all has to sync up. So there's a lot that's going on.
And so the next part of what we're going to get accomplished is, and I don't know who all watches the live streaming back. I do certainly to understand what I said and some of those things. But we've got another feature that instead of looking at the back of the person speaking, we will go and as they speak, we will get to the front of them. So we have that capability. We're slowly getting all of the things going correctly, but we didn't want to chance it last time since we had the hiccup in January, but March, when the directors speak or somebody goes to the podium, we will give the live shot from the, it'll be the third screen for everybody at home.
All right, we're gonna have the Spielberg quality.
We're just gonna keep building on it.
Absolutely, right? The whole intent is to make sure that,
He's trying to get an Emmy.
yeah.
All right, we are up against the safety meeting,
Make a motion,
so
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
motion to adjourn. I second. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all very much. Turn that off there.